17th of December. I'm Robert Titley, the Cathedral's Canon Treasurer. It's good to be with you again. O Sapientia. If you possess a religious diary, you may find those words printed under today's date. If you're watching today, what's today for me? December the 17th. In the way that the diary tells you when it's the Queen's birthday or when British summertime ends. But what does it mean? O Sapientia. Dean Nick, in his reflection yesterday, told us, O Sapientia is the first of a series of daily milestones on our journey to Christmas. And each day at evensong in the cathedral, the choir sings words that are based on one of the prophecies of Isaiah, a different prophecy each day concerning the Messiah, the Lord's anointed. When Jewish people hear those words of Isaiah, they think of the Messiah who for them is still to come. When Christians hear those words, they see them fulfilled in Jesus. And so today, or in some churches yesterday, is the day when the choir or the people worshipping say or sing O Sapientia, the words that recall what Isaiah says, that the Lord's anointed will have the spirit of wisdom and understanding. And the Latin for wisdom is sapientia. O wisdom coming forth from the mouth of the Most High God. Wisdom in the Hebrew scriptures, what Christians sometimes call the Old Testament, is often portrayed as a female figure. And Lady Wisdom is about as close to God as you can get without actually being the fullness of God. And wisdom is another one of those words that we apply to God that we draw from human experience. So in human experience, what is wisdom? Wisdom is about knowledge, knowing stuff. But wisdom is more than that. There's a well-known saying, which I first heard pronounced by the great Irish rugby player Brian O'Driscoll. He said, knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. So wisdom is about knowledge, but it's also about judgment, about making the right call. Something that Brian O'Driscoll, usually referred to by his initials BOD, showed very ably on the rugby field. That's why Ireland fans would say, in BOD we trust. But there's still more to wisdom than that. Each day in Salisbury Cathedral, we pray for a prisoner of conscience. It's one of the ways in which we try to live up to being custodians of Magna Carta, that Charter of Freedoms. During December, we've been praying for Yan Sidorov, who has been imprisoned in Russia since 2017 for trying to organise a peaceful protest in support of people who had lost their homes in mass fires in the Rostov-on-Don area. Such prisoners are not uncommon in Mr. Putin's Russia. So what about wisdom and Mr. Putin? He's a clever person. He's highly knowledgeable. He certainly made some pretty shrewd calls on the world stage over the years. He is, many will say, an effective and successful national leader. I can't really dissent from that. But would I call Mr. Putin a wise leader? I would not. Wisdom is about knowledge and judgment, but it's also about virtue. True wisdom is what we see when we see someone using knowledge and exercising judgment and doing those things well, but exercising and doing them in order to achieve something good. True wisdom is a matter of soul, as well as brain. So when we use wisdom language to describe God, we are explaining why it is that in God we trust. God is to be trusted, first as a competent creator, and second as a creator who desires good for us and who will in the end achieve it. Both claims which for many people have had a considerable stress test during the days of this pandemic. If you've watched these reflections, you'll know that once or twice I've quoted from a poet I greatly appreciate, Malcolm Guite, and that there should be a link to Malcolm Guite's work underneath this video. And there's a poem that Malcolm has written for today as part of his Advent collection of poems, and I'm going to end with it. It's a poem that is a prayer to the holy wisdom of God. And in his 14 lines, Malcolm Guite claims that in all that we say and do and think, in all that we are everywhere surrounded by God's wisdom, a wisdom which holds us in existence and a wisdom which is generous to us if we ask. O Sapientia by Malcolm Guite. I cannot think unless I have been thought, nor can I speak unless I have been spoken, cannot teach except as I am taught, or break the bread except as I am broken. Mind behind the mind through which I seek, O light within the light by which I see, O word beneath the words with which I speak, O founding unfound wisdom finding me, O sounding song whose depth is sounding me, O memory of time reminding me, my ground of being always grounding me, my maker's bounding line defining me. Come, hidden wisdom, come with all you bring. Come to me now, disguised as everything. Thank you for watching and listening, and may the God of wisdom we see made flesh in Jesus be with you.